Live in the studio now. I'm joined by Andy from Rocketsmith. Good morning.
Hi, morning. How are you doing? All right.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. How is this? Is this a bit early for you on a Sunday morning? Or is this
No.
right?
I'm a farmer, so I'm up and about most Sunday mornings.
Nice one. A farmer that rocks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We like that.
Yeah, we're a farmer that rocks.
That is good. That is good. That should be in your PR.
Yeah.
If it's not already, that absolutely should
Right,
be.
it's going in. Make a
It
note of
should
that.
be. Who are Rocketsmith then? You're here with your family this morning, aren't you?
Yeah.
The rest of them couldn't get out of bed. Which
Probably
is
not,
just
no.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking behaviour. But anyway.
Rocketsmith are obviously me, Andy, and Mark, who plays guitar, Anthony on drums, and Paul, who's on the bass.
Excellent.
And, we rock.
And you do rock. How long have you been together as a band? I was asking this question a couple of weeks ago to bands. I said, how long have you been together? People thought that was romantically involved. So I've added as a band.
Together as a band. Well, this lineup's been together just over a year, but the Rocketsmith's been going for 13 years.
Nice one.
And we've built up a nice following locally. And but no, this one is a solid lineup now. When we're pushing forward, it's great.
Brilliant. So where do you gig? Like Yorkshire's a big place. I mean, you'll probably gig outside of Yorkshire. I always ask this question, and people shout out some brilliant venues in York, but you're not actually York based, are you? So do you play a little bit further afield? Or?
We'll play anywhere.
Yeah.
And everywhere. We love playing the festivals, and the Fulford Arms and things like that. But we've travelled all over the place. Too many to list, to be honest. But yeah.
Any particular favourite venues among? It doesn't even have to be close by. It can be further afield. It can be anywhere.
We once played in Scarborough, the Market Hall, and although the sound was atrocious,
right.
The setting was wonderful.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of my favourite gigs, and it was with Dr. Feelgood, and we had a mint crowd, and we just had a great time, and it was great.
That's what it's about, isn't it? It's about having a very good time, and Dr. Feelgood must have been quite cool. Did you get to chat to them?
Yeah, it was great fun. Yeah, in the Market Hall in Scarborough, it's a hall, it's a market. So you have the gig, but behind that is like fruit and veg. So you sat there talking to Dr. Feelgood and what have you. Yeah. Next to bananas and stuff like that. It's a bit weird, but yeah.
Hey, music works anywhere, in my opinion. I think that sounds brilliant. And what are your favourite bands to play with? I sometimes say like York bands, but who are your mates in the music business who, if you were getting a gig together, you'd say, right, we're going to have you, almost like fantasy football league.
Oh, gosh. No, this is a tricky one because I'm mates with loads of them.
Well, let's put a disclaimer here. Before he says anything, he's not offending you if he doesn't mention you, all right? This is live radio.
Yeah, I love you all, honestly. I'd have Sam Womack out of Hunter Gatherer, and I'd have Scotty Wardle out of We Built This House, and Gunbox, great cover band.
Excellent. So it'd be a cracking night out if you watched all of them together. You guys headlining, of course.
Obviously.
Of course, you'd be there. Excellent. And we're talking about the prize here. So the prize in question is obviously opening up Mothership Festival to approximately 3,000 people on hopefully a sunny day in Acomb in June, which isn't too far off now. But what would winning even mean to you and the band?
It would mean a great deal to us. We love playing. We love to convert a crowd. Yeah. So we walk out and people like they see it's an original band. Well, we do have covers in our set. They see it's an original band and they go, original band. Don't know about this. And then we start playing and you see little people like they just turn and go, actually. And then 3 songs in, we've got them clapping, we've got them dancing, and by the end of the set, we've converted them. And that is, to me, is why I do the band. It isn't really, I don't particularly want to be famous or anything like that. I do the band because I love the vibe off the crowd and things like that, and I love to convert people to the Rocketsmith way.
That's the best way, though. If everybody set out to be famous, there'd be a lot of disappointed and depressed people. I mean, there's a lot of depressed people in music. Let's not go there. But there'd be a lot of disappointed people in music, wouldn't there? Let's be honest, if that was the case. Yeah. And we talked. You mentioned a little bit about festivals. Before we play your track, what's your favourite festival? I ask everybody this question. Is there any favourite spring to mind or memorable festival performances where you were there and you're like, wow, I'm glad I was there?
I think the festival that turned me into what I want to do, what I'm doing now, was the old Monsters of Rock in the 90s. We used to go down there as teenagers a bit. And I can remember seeing the Manic Street Preachers and Aerosmith and Terrorvision and I was like, and Wild Arts, and it was like, oh wow, I want to have a go at that. And there was this one time where I saw Terrorvision playing, and then Tony Wright kind of stood next to us in the crowd, and we had a chat, and I was like, oh, he's here, little 17-year-old me.
But we talk about how good the music was in the 90s, and for rock as well, there's just some absolutely phenomenal names at the time, so I could see how they were an inspiration. Shall we play your track, Heartful of Hollow? Do you want to explain a little bit about why you chose this track, and then if you want to introduce it, we can play it straight off.
Yeah, cool. Well, yeah, this is Heartful of Hollow. It was sadly wrote about a depression thing that I went through, and it took me 2 years to write the song, and I think that's why it connects so well with people, because it's quite emotional. And this is Heartful of Hollow by Rocketsmith.
And it's an absolute cracker. I like to say that, but it really, really is. You'll want to add this to your homework lists, people. Get ready. This is Rocketsmith and Heartful of Hollow here on Jorvik Radio.
That is the best festival. Sorry, he's just flagged that up. There we go. It's rocking. It's an amazing little festival, that.
Excellent. So yeah, Sam has got a very good music taste. She has. So there you go. So yeah, morning Sam, and loving a bit of Rocketsmith. There you go.
Thank you.
So on a Sunday then, what would you love to be doing if you weren't dragged up to get out of bed early? Well, you said you're a farmer, so you could if you're not doing farming things, then what would you like to do on a Sunday?
I'd love to do a bit of photography and stuff. I'm a keen photographer, so I'd be away doing some of that.
Excellent.
Walking my dogs and stuff like that, I think.
There's some beautiful, because you're from up near Pickering way, isn't it? So there is some beautiful sights up there. So every 5 minutes you just want to get your camera and take a picture, to be fair, I can see that. And this started as a weird thing a couple of weeks ago with just band conversations. Roast dinners. It's a topical conversation. It certainly is on here. What's your favourite roast dinner, and who makes the best roast dinner as well?
Well, it's the wife.
I realised I'd already prepped that question. I was like, well, I'm under pressure now. You have to answer it.
And I'm not joking in any way. I'm not saying it. She is brilliant at it, and we can go all over and pay a fortune for a Sunday roast. But we come home and go, Christy, she can make that better.
Yeah. That's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah.
Brilliant. And what would it be? What meat of choice?
For me, beef.
That's good. Yeah. Proper classic.
Yeah.
Yorkshire puddings.
Yeah.
Mashed potato and roast.
Oh yeah.
And no gravy, of course.
Oh no, loads of gravy.
No.
You mad man?
Terrible. There you go. Sorry. I just do that so I can get a barrage of abuse on social media every time I talk about it. So there you go. I was once described as a weird man, and you just got for that same thing. Might as well pour water on your dinner, people. Yeah. That's what I say. Anyway, so less of this nonsense. As well as voting on here, how else can people find out about Rocketsmith and what you're up to?
Yeah, well, the best place to find is the socials. We've got a website, rocketsmith.band, and Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the socials. All the socials. I do daft Twitter. I do daft TikToks. It's so embarrassing, but it's great fun.
Yeah.
We engage with quite a few people, which is great.
Yeah, TikTok it's a weird and wonderful place, isn't it? Let's be honest. Yeah. But it's if you want to get on in the music business, I think you do have to be on TikTok nowadays, which is great. And have you got anything else coming up that, if anyone's listening, go, you know what, I like the sound of them. Okay. Where could they see you live potentially? Yeah,
well, we're finishing off the Pickering Rocks Festival on the 6th of May.
Oh, cool. Nice bank holiday weekend for people there.
Oh, yeah. And it's in the Memorial Hall of Pickering, a £5 a ticket. Very cheap. I think there's 10 bands on, something like that.
Excellent.
That's our next gig, so we'd love, come down to that.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for coming in this Sunday morning, and thanks for entering the competition. And we'll be in touch about what happens next around that as well. And I do say this to everyone: good luck. I hope you win. I say that to everybody. Yeah, I just do. It's shameless. But whoever wins, I know there's good. Like, we've yet to beat a band that I go secretly. I hope they don't win. So yeah, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. And good luck with the upcoming gigs. And yeah, just keep sending me if you've got new music coming out. We'll more than happily play it here.
We've got tons coming out.
Excellent. Yeah, keep us posted. Now the next song we're going to play is linked to Now That's What I Call Music. It's Badly Drawn Boy, because if you